The real truth is often counterintuitive. There's a dream I guarantee you that you've been holding on to. Maybe it's the store that you thought you'd be running by now, or maybe even that you don't. The title you thought you'd have in that position, the version of your career you planned years ago. You know, the one that didn't happen? And somewhere in the back of your mind, you're still carrying it, still comparing where you are to where you thought you'd be, still measuring today against the future that was never guaranteed. I will tell you that dream is costing you, not because it was wrong to want it, but because holding on to it is blocking everything that's trying to come next. Yesterday, I gave you 3 shifts that change how you lead. Today, I'm giving you more than 3. And one of them is I'm going to ask you to let go of something you've been gripping for so much time. 7 minutes, one truth, one execution move. If you're a leader who's tired of repeating yourself over and over again, tired of that agreement and bobblehead without execution, and tired of carrying the emotional weight of everyone else's performance, you're in the right place. I'm Chris Hunsicker, and this is the Dealership War Room. This isn't motivation. This isn't theory. This is a daily leadership briefing for people who actually have to produce results in the arena, at work and at home. You're in the war room now, so let's get after it. Shift number 4, building from yesterday, from distorted reality to crystallized truth. When everything around you is changing, when the pressure is on, when you're just overwhelmed, your brain, it starts to distort reality. Everything looks bigger, more threatening, more permanent, more impossible. It's like looking through a kaleidoscope. All you see are just those jumbled shapes and colors, chaos with no pattern. But here's the thing about a kaleidoscope. One small twist and the chaos becomes a pattern, and patterns produce results. The pieces were always there. You just couldn't see how they fit. The same is true for your leadership right now. The challenges in your store and your business, they are real, but they're not as big as they look when you're standing in the middle of them. But if you step back, twist the lens, and ask, what is actually true here versus what my stress is making me believe? Because stressed minds see threats everywhere. Calm minds see the pattern. Here's the dagger line. Your challenges are not as large as your anxiety makes them appear. But you'll never see that until you learn to separate what's real from what's distorted. Shift number 5. This is the hard one. Letting go of broken dreams and making space for new ones. Nearly every leader I coach is carrying some version of how things were supposed to go. The career they planned and mapped out at 25, the business they were going to build, the relationship that was finally going to be different, the store that was supposed to be theirs by now. And when reality didn't match the plan, they didn't let go of the dream. They just started measuring every day against a finish line that no longer even exists. And here's what I've learned in 30 years of coaching. Grief that isn't processed becomes weight, and weight slows everything down. It's okay to mourn a dream that didn't happen. In fact, I would say you probably should. Feel it, name it, honor what it is that you would really hope for. But then, and this is the shift, you have to ask, what new dream is waiting for me on the other side of this one? Because here's the truth. Every ending is also a beginning. Every closed door is a cleared path. And every dream that you release creates space for one that's bigger, more courageous, more aligned with who you actually are today, not who you were 10 years ago. The leader you are now has different dreams than the leader you were then. Let the old ones go and start dreaming again. Shift number 6. Stop trying to fix the world. Start creating your own happiness. I want to read to you something, and it was written on an ancient Assyrian tablet. It was discovered in the Beeka Valley years ago. Here's what it says. The earth is degenerating in these latter days. There are signs that the end of the world is speedily coming. Bribery and corruption abound. They are everywhere. And children no longer obey their parents. Every man seems to want to write his own book. That was written in 2800 BCE, almost 5,000 years ago. Sound familiar? The world has always been full of chaos. This isn't new. These problems aren't new. The injustice you see, the dysfunction, the frustration, it's been here for 5,000 years, and it'll be here long after we're gone. It's the human condition. That doesn't mean you stop caring, and it doesn't mean you stop fighting for what is right, but it does mean you stop letting it consume you. Because here's the shift. You cannot fix every injustice, but you can create happiness in your life right now, today, and in the lives of the people around you that you care about. And that's not settling, that's leadership. The leader who brings joy, who brings calm, who brings purpose into a room changes far more than the leader who's angry about everything you can't control. So the next time the world feels like it's falling apart, ask yourself, what can I do right now to create more joy in my own life and in the lives of people I love? That's not ignoring the world. That's choosing where your light goes. So here's today's execution move. And I call this the dream audit. All I'm asking you to do is I want you to do something tonight that might feel uncomfortable. I want you to write down the dream that you've been holding on to, the one that didn't happen, that career path, that store, that title, that plan. Just write it down and read it once. And then on the other side of the same page, write what's possible now. Not what's supposed to happen, but think about it for you. Listen to your heart. What actually is available to you today with the experience that you have now, the knowledge you have now, with the skills that you've built, with the person who you've become? The old dream was written by someone who didn't know what you know now and wasn't who you are now. The new one gets to be written by the leader who you actually are. Give yourself permission to dream again and write that dream down. This concept, 6 critical shifts from surviving to thriving, it's one of the most comprehensive chapters in my entire book, Unstoppable You, 16 and a half Tools for Everyday Resilience. Because the book isn't about going back to who you were. It's about stepping confidently into who you're becoming. And if this is resonating with you, then I invite you to go to chrishunsicker.com and download a free chapter of Unstoppable You. Read it tonight. And if you know a leader right now who's carrying a dream that's weighing them down, that's really burdening them, someone who's stuck comparing where they are to where they thought they should be, send them this episode. It really might be the permission that they need to start again, to turn the page over and write down a new dream. Because elite leaders don't cling to old maps. They draw new ones. They respond to new information. They twist this kaleidoscope until the pattern appears. They grieve the dream that didn't happen, and then they dream again. More powerful, more strong, more focused. And then they stop trying to fix the world, and they start creating light wherever they go. That's the kind of your leader that you're becoming. And tomorrow, I'm going to talk to you about one thing most leaders refuse to do, as crazy as it is, even though it's the key to everything. It's not strategy. It's not execution. It's recovery. And without it, none of the rest matters. So today, go out, create some leadership fire, and I'll see you tomorrow in the Dealership War Room.